You're watching Machindo's hometown station, HTV1.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss two fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just two great deals and two more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
From Machindo's news leader, this is HTV1 News at noon.
Well, the balancing act continues as Indiana and Ohio follow their set plans, and Michigan works to determine how to move forward with one of the country's highest infection rates. Well, good afternoon, Machindo. I'm Scott Pienta. Well, let's look at the numbers as of yesterday to the afternoon. Branch County reports 6 new cases, bringing their total up to 82 positive and 2 deaths. Hillsdale County remains unchanged at 152 cases and 22 deaths. Lenawee County counts 129 confirmed positives, 71 recoveries, and 2 deaths, along with 33 probable cases, 20 recovering, and no deaths in that category. 3 new positives have been confirmed in Steuben County, bringing their total number up to 65 cases, and WLKI reports that all 3 of those new cases were under the age of 60. Steuben County remains at 2 deaths in the county so far. Williams County holds steady at 32 confirmed cases with 12 probables with 1 death. And Fulton County is also unchanged with 31 confirmed positive, 1 probable case, and no deaths. The Herald Republican reports on a recent study conducted by the School of Public Health at IUPUI Fairbanks, which estimates that the number of Indiana residents who have contracted the novel coronavirus is likely 11 times higher than what has been confirmed through testing. That would amount to about 186,000 people total, or just under 3% of the state's population. Well, that's a sign that a vast majority of the Hoosiers have not come into contact with the virus yet, and that the safety precautions are working and should continue. Now, the study tested over 4,600 people between April and May, conducting both viral and antibody tests. 2.8% of those tested positive, with 1.7% testing positive for the virus and 1.1% testing positive for the antibodies. At the time of the study, Indiana had only recorded about 17,000 positive test results, and now that number is now up to almost 25,500 positive results. About 5.8% of Hoosiers who tested positive have died, but officials say that a higher number than it should be, since most of the people who contract the coronavirus are asymptomatic. And that's the purpose of this research, the hope to show a wider scope of who might be carrying the virus without symptoms. So about 45% of the participants who tested positive showed no symptoms. In terms of death, researchers say that the estimated actual mortality rate for COVID-19 at about 0.58%, still 6 times higher than the mortality rate for influenza. The team will now continue with the second phase of their study, hoping to show whether or not more people are being infected or dying as Indiana reopens for business. Well, some good news for those who are asymptomatic, though you may have to drive a while to take advantage of it. The Swanton Enterprise says Rite Aid is increasing coronavirus testing to include adults who don't show any symptoms, but it's only happening at select stores. Now, the closest testing site to us is at 7225 Airport Highway in Holland, Ohio. They'll be conducting tests 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Well, you'll need to be at least 18 years old, show ID, and pre-register at riteaid.com to schedule a test ahead of time. The test will be a self-swab nasal test overseen by a pharmacist. Also, some good news for the composters in Coldwater. The city is reopening the Industrial Avenue compost site tomorrow. Well, you'll once again be able to drop off brush and bagged yard waste at 45 Industrial Avenue as long as you uphold social distancing rules. Starting tomorrow, the compost site will be open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on weekdays and from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays. And the Village of Pioneer is planning to reopen their community center as long as safety orders allow them to hold 50% capacity by June 1st. The Bryan Times says Mayor Ed Kidston told the council Monday evening that would mean no more than 135 people in the building at any given time. The facility is rented out almost every weekend in June and July. Now, there is still some question of exactly how to keep the center disinfected, but village officials say cleaning staff should be able to handle that task, and clients who clean up after themselves can get their deposit back. Some rental contracts have already been signed, and Kidston says that if the plans don't work out, the village will have to absorb the costs. Well, still ahead, some minor updates to the status of Michigan's emergency orders, and one local city administrator is in talks for a job elsewhere. Well, you're watching HTV1 News at noon.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family-owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
Authentic Mexican food is just a short drive away at El Cerrito in Coldwater and Hillsdale. The variety-packed menu has something for everyone, with classic Mexican dishes, El Cerrito specialties, and tasty treats for dessert. Don't forget the best margaritas in town with margarita specials Friday and Saturday. And carry-out ordering is great for work lunches or picking up dinner for the family. Make your next meal a fiesta for your taste buds at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
Well, we have a traffic alert for you in Hillsdale County. The Road Commission has closed Moscow Road between Addison and Sterling Roads. A culvert cross tube has failed there. Now, that section of the road will be closed until further notice. No major news came from Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer in her weekly briefing yesterday, but WTVB says some minor details were provided. Whitmer has previously stated that the Great Lakes State is in its third of 6 reopening phases at the moment. At yesterday's briefing, she said that there was no set number that will determine what sectors of the economy can reopen or when. Instead, the governor said that she is watching for a sharp decrease in the death rate, increasing contact tracing, and increased hospital capacity before moving on to phase 4. According to her administration's estimates, Whitmer said without the stay-at-home extension, there would likely have been 32,000 more positive cases and 3,480 deaths, and the healthcare system would have been overwhelmed. Now, she added that she'll continue to make decisions about the stay-at-home order based on data and guidelines from epidemiologists, as well as the state's PPE supply. Chief Medical Executive Director Joni Caldoun added that the state is focusing on their elder population and nursing homes, which account for about 6% of the total number of cases in Michigan. She says local health departments are currently analyzing COVID-19 clusters across the state as well. In a radio interview earlier the week, Whitmer said that while there's reason to be confident that sporting events will resume this fall, the stadiums, arenas, and gymnasiums won't be packed full. It is expected that the social distancing requirements will limit crowds when events continue. Governor Whitmer continues to deal with legal battles over her emergency orders, and a new one is coming from Michigan's prominent conservative think tank. WKZO says the Mackinac Center Legal Foundation and the Miller Johnson Law Firm have filed a lawsuit against the governor on behalf of 3 medical practices who say they're not able to provide necessary care. Also, a plaintiff in the suit is a patient who claims that they're unable to schedule important surgery due to Whitmer's order limiting medical procedures. Now, according to the suit, one patient needs repair for a damaged feeding tube, while the other ended up developing gangrene because they were forced to postpone gallbladder surgery. The owner of the practices says that other patients have had heart attacks, suffered depression, and attempted suicide due to lack of care. President and practicing physician Dr. Randall Baker of Grand Health Partners says non-COVID healthcare cannot be shut down any longer or every time that there's a spike in cases, and that the state needs to reassess best practices to save the most lives. The Mackinac Center Legal Foundation's Patrick Wright claims that the governor does not have the power to unilaterally shut down health care providers. Chief Medical Executive Director Joni Caldoun has previously stated that the doctors in Michigan have broad leeway to determine what is not medically necessary for their patients during the crisis. Indiana state officials say it was just one big misunderstanding that led to the closure of self-serve soda fountains and coffee stations across the state this last week. The Herald Republican says the Indiana State Department of Health issued guidance to local health departments on Monday. It says that under Governor Eric Holcomb's executive order to reopen the state, restaurants had to close self-service fixtures such as buffets, salad bars, and beverage stations. Officials originally said that meant gas stations and grocery stores had to close their fixtures as well, leading many to shut off access to their soda fountains and coffee pots. On Wednesday, Holcomb clarified that he did not mean gas stations and grocery stores should be included, but local health departments still hadn't received that word officially. The governor's press secretary, Rachel Hoffmeyer, says that the State Department of Health is now working to inform local health departments about the reversal. Adrian City Administrator Nathan Bird says that has been offered a county administrator position in Livingston County. According to WLEN, Bird was made aware of the opportunity earlier this week. Now, earlier this year. He has been Adrian's city administrator for a year and a half, and Livingston County agreed to a contract. He'd stay on here in Adrian for another 60 days. Bird says that he was chosen from a pool of over 100 applicants. His estimated salary in the new position would be around $130,000 per year. Well, after the break, police need your help to find a missing man from Tecumseh, and a massive fire in Branch County jumped from building to building. We'll tell you all about it right after this.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Does your vehicle sound like a tractor putting down the road? Then you need to see the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. They will give you a free estimate along with first-class customer service. They custom make any exhaust needed for your vehicle. Stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss two fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound, or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just two great deals and two more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.
Well, local authorities need your help to find this missing man. Tecumseh police are looking for 89-year-old Thomas Limperis. Now, he left Pittsford Township to go to Costco 3 days ago, and he hasn't been heard from since. Police say he does have memory issues. He was last seen driving a red or maroon 2018 Lexus SUV with Michigan license plate DCK 6904. If you have any idea where Thomas Limperis might be, well, please call the Tecumseh Police Department at 517-423-7494. A massive fire early this morning involved multiple structures in Branch County. WTVB says it happened just before 7:45 on Jonesville Road in Quincy Township. Firefighters from Quincy and Coldwater were called to the scene where the fire originally burned in a garage-type building and a barn. But witnesses say the flames then spread to another barn and to a two-story home. Flames and large amount of smoke were clearly seen, but there are no reports of any injuries. Jonesville Road was shut down between Boone and Squires Road, but that reopened around 10:30 this morning. And fire crews worked tirelessly into the night on Monday to put out a blaze next to Christ Church on Shoup Avenue in WAUSEON. Well, here's a look at some of the snapshots the WAUSEON Fire Department shared on their Facebook page. Archibald, Delta, and Morenci firefighters helped out with that structure fire that came in around 9 p.m. Monday. WAUSEON police were forced to shut down Shoup Avenue from Walnut to Oak Street at the time. According to the expositor, the vacant two-story house and the attached garage were both fully engulfed when crews arrived. The flames became so intense that an excavator had to be called in to tear the building down. It took over 3 hours to put out the blaze, and crews cleared the scene by about 1:20 a.m. Tuesday morning. Now, the house was destroyed, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. Well, we'll finish off today with another reason to look up. Stay right with us.
El Cerrito's variety-packed menu has something for everyone. With generous servings and lots of flavor, you'll think of it as a fiesta for your taste buds. Dine in or carry out at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family-owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Well, finally today, if you're in Fulton or Williams County, you'll want to look up later this afternoon. WLKI says the 180th Fighter Wing is conducting its final Salute Ohio flyby today, and it's all about Northwest Ohio. Well, here's the map. The first official flyby will be over Mount Pillier at 4:37 p.m. Bryan will get a flyover at 4:39. Hicksville will come shortly after that, followed by Paulding, Van Wert, St. Mary's, and Coldwater, Ohio. Those of you in WAUSEON will also likely be able to see and hear the F-16s about halfway between the base and Mount Pillier. All of those times are subject to change, and you're asked to observe social distancing while watching in the skies. Well, those are today's top stories. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for HTV1 News at noon. Don't forget, you can find more of our live broadcasts and live streams 24/7 at HTV1, including So This Is News at 3:30. We'll see you then. For all of us here at HTV1, I'm Scott Pienta. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Have a great day, everyone.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss two fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just two great deals and two more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.